Alright, so good morning everyone, welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, this is a different setting or different location to where I usually start most of my videos. Usually I restart recording like when I'm already up on the mountain, but I actually wanted to share a pretty I guess a story that that something happened on Friday that unfortunately, hang on, what is this? Nuestro bandera. Oh, well, that's actually pretty creepy. So what that translates to is our daily bread, and I believe it might be like a religious type of book, which is pretty creepy since it is pretty early in the morning. And what I wanted to talk about was that, now first and foremost, I just want to say that most of you might not believe me on this, because I'm a firm believer of the whole, seeing is believing type of thing, right? So I will not judge anyone that doesn't believe me, but on Friday something interesting happened around here, and that's the reason why I'm over here in the first place. But on Monday we didn't come because it's Labor Day, so it's pretty much packed throughout the day, and I wanted to get this story out when I was in here so I can kind of explain to you exactly what happened. First, this is basically the end of the road, and this is how far as you can park in the mountain here on the reserve, and around there that's like the end where you do like a U-turn or whatever. The helipad's there just in case an accident happens or whatever, you need to get transported through plane. Because I can go up there so I can show you, so just give me one sec here. Alright, so here's the helipad that I was talking about. So usually this is like the dead end here. You come over here and then you just do like a little U-turn and you head back out. So the reason why I'm pointing this out is because on Friday, as we were, well, when we parked here, usually I walk over here by myself, and it was basically nothing out of the norm, as everything just seemed like any other day. So what happened was, from my knowledge and for what I understand, is that there's an airport over here heading north from where I'm standing, going south, right? And vice versa. So what would happen was, when we're getting set up, I was getting my equipment set up and everything, I noticed there was like a small little light. It was heading from this direction. Now I'm not sure if the camera's gonna pick that up because it is pretty dark. It is around, I don't know, maybe about 5 o'clock in the morning. Maybe it's probably still 4. But the point was, there's like a very distinct light that at first, when I first saw it, I thought maybe it was just a plane, right? It seemed odd though, because like I mentioned, usually planes just come from north and south, south and north, whatever. From what I understand, that's where the airport is located here in Arizona. I can be wrong, honestly, but this didn't seem like a regular plane, It was like it looked very small, for one thing. There was like no distinctive sound to it. Usually with planes, especially at this close range, you can hear the engines, right? There was like no sound. So that got me, that kind of got me thinking. I was like, all right, so that doesn't seem like a plane, right? So then my second thought was, okay, it's probably just some person with a drone, right? Like what's there to say that it wasn't just some other person that likes coming in the morning and likes recording videos of the mountains using a drone? And that seemed a little bit more logical to me. The point was that when it passed by, it had like 3 little distinguishing colors. Like it was like white, it was blinking white, and then it blinked green at one point, and it was like in a little circular rotation. Now, I've never seen a drone like in person, like up close and stuff. I don't have a friend that has one of those, so unfortunately I can't really say if that's what it was. But as you can see, it's pretty much like a empty road, right? It's all dark, and there was like no cars. As you probably saw, there was just one vehicle there, and that's perfectly normal. Usually people don't come this early, especially now all the way over here, and they park from the beginning, and they're doing construction over there. And I also want to shoot that so you can see that around this time people didn't usually come, because they are doing construction and they don't want to park all the way here and then have to walk all the way over there. As soon as they went through this peak, like, I honestly don't know if the camera's really going to capture because it is pretty dark, but there's like a mountain over here, and then that's the peak side. Like, when it reached that end, like, I stared for the longest. Even my dad pointed out, why didn't you record that? Like, because that didn't seem like a plane. And I thought maybe it was just a drone, so we were just like watching it. So sorry about that. And for some reason the lenses got really foggy. But like I was saying, once it reached over there, we were just staring at it for the longest. We thought, okay, we're assuming if it was someone, they would probably, recall the drone, right? I'm not really sure how much of a distance it can go from, from its host to wherever the location it's heading. So I can't really say. But the point was that we were staring there for like 5 minutes and seeing if it was going to come back. It didn't come back at all. And my channel by no means isn't it isn't a paranormal channel. It's just me just recording my daily hikes, vlogs, family, whatever. So I don't want you guys to think that I'm trying to do like a ghost hunting experiment or looking for aliens or UFOs, but I just thought that was a pretty interesting thing. Because I've never really seen that. Like, honestly, it looked really strange. So I think like the best explanation was that it was probably just a drone. It was a weird one, I guess. And it's kind of weird seeing someone, especially around 5 in the morning, flying a drone. But who's to say, right? Like, I'm basically doing the same thing, only with a camera. I really want to do more of these, maybe where I just sit down and like just set up my camera and just talk from my home, and just talk about stuff like paranormal stuff and whatever topics come to my mind. But I just thought that was a pretty interesting one to really bring up, since this is basically like my setting, or my, I don't want to say niche, because it's not really a niche. It's just more like an activity, something that I enjoy doing. You can kind of see the visual of the sun coming up and everything. All right, and this is the entrance from my very first video. I know some of you might not remember, or whatever, which is cool, but this is basically the entrance, and I think I'm just gonna stop it here and yeah, just go ahead and just do my thing. But yeah, anyways guys, so yeah, definitely let me know what you guys think, if you think it was just a drone or was it something else. It is 5:18. You can't really tell. Oh well. But anyways, it's 5:18. And with that, also I also want to point out that I know I've been really inactive, which I am really sorry, but I promise I will get back to it. A lot of crap came up, but I think we're good now, so definitely will jump back into uploading more regularly. So anyways, yeah, with that being said, I think I would just stop right here and just head up there and yeah, maybe make another one when I get home. But anyways, I guess I'll talk to you guys later.